book 2 of advanced, so it's actually book 8, right? Lesson 19, yes, second conversation. Question number 1. What did you bring along with you when you came to class today? Answer: I didn't bring anything because my things are already here at CCA. Question number 2. Give us an example, or give me an example of a kind of fruit that is abundant in Brazil. Answer: I don't know, banana. Banana, of course, banana is very important. I've heard that the last time I heard it, my student went there like 2 or 3 years ago, and a banana costed $1, right? So for them it's quite incredible that we just buy bunches of banana. We don't buy banana per unit, right? And this is quite incredible for some of them. Yes, so banana is a nice answer. Question number 3. What do you think of someone who writes graffiti on buildings? Answer: besides the fact that of course they are delinquents and etc., right? I'm not talking about graffiti with permission. I'm not talking about that kind of art. I'm talking about graffiti. But besides that, I think those people really want to feel special. They want to do something with their lives. So they want, just like a guy who writes a book and he wants other people to watch, to read his book, or a guy that records videos and he wants other people to watch his videos. This guy wants, he wants to feel special. The only thing is, he's not doing anything very special, right? He's doing something that people will look at and will despise, right? Most of people. So I don't know, maybe if they got that energy and try to be noticed in other ways, maybe, no, I'm sure it would be much better. Question number 4. Do you enjoy the heat during the summer, or do you prefer the winter when it is cooler? Answer: of course, I'm 100% sure that I prefer the winter. I prefer cold, alright? I would like, the coldest days we have here in Curitiba, I would like that we had those days throughout the year. That would be our summer. And then during the winter, the temperature would drop to, I don't know, -4, -5. We would have snow every winter, because I really love cold. Warm weather is, for example, now, I'm in this small room and I cannot turn on the air conditioner because my air conditioner is very noisy, so it's quite hot here, but I know it's going to interfere with the quality of the video. So yes, and to study is more difficult, to watch movies is more difficult, to sleep is more difficult. For me, Curitiba would always be cold. The beaches would be warm and okay, there would be no problem. We would go there down, enjoy the summer and the hot weather, but not here. I feel very strongly about the summer, as you can see. Question number 5. Describe some interesting features of Curitiba. Answer: well, I think Curitiba is very clean, I think another important feature is we have a lot of beautiful parks. We do have a lot of beautiful parks. Another important feature is our cultural life is, of course, I'm not comparing to São Paulo. People say that São Paulo is like, whoa, but we have a nice cultural life. Not just of course, now we don't, but during December, January, then everything is dead, but except those months, theater is pretty good. We also have Guaíra Theater, we have the orchestra there, so I think those are important features of our city. And of course, Niemeyer Museum is pretty important in my opinion. The next question: who is your favorite artist? Answer: well, my favorite artist can be general, right? Of course, it's impossible to answer that question, but it's fun. So If we're talking about writers, oh my god, it's very hard, but I would say Thomas Mann, as I talked about in a previous video. I think Thomas Mann is just, sometimes it's even too much to take. You start reading and then it's too much. It's too good. It's too good. And then of course here in Brazil, Machado de Assis, but I really like Nelson Rodrigues as well, and there are many others, right? Well, enough of writers, because otherwise I will not stop talking. But I have to mention, of course, Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky is around here, so here we have the books by Dostoevsky, and another Russian guy called Tolstoy. I think he's fantastic. In French literature, you have Flaubert. Well, you have Stendhal. Well, that's enough, right? Okay, about paintings, I like Caravaggio. I think Caravaggio, I prefer the traditional ones much more than modern ones. Picasso for me is creative, yes, very nice, but he's not a genius like Caravaggio, for example. I still prefer the classics. And there is another guy. He's kind of contemporary in time, but his art is not so contemporary. That is Freud, Lucan Freud, Lucan Freud. I think his works are pretty interesting. How I should describe, right? His works are interesting because he depicts, people in nude positions, but they're ordinary people. And for example, I think it's better to get the specifics. There is this picture of a lady. She's a very fat lady and she's sleeping on the sofa and she's completely naked. And at the same time, that is pathetic because the lady is not beautiful, and but it's touchy. It's very human. It's very, very, very human. So you almost feel pity, but you don't know why you feel pity. Maybe because the lady is ugly, I don't know, but it's impressive. I really like his works. Well, that's enough of painters. Movie directors, I shouldn't start talking about them. See, this is what we call Freudian slip, right? Freudian slip is a mistake that your subconscious applies, so I shouldn't start talking about movie directors because I like cinema a lot as well. But just to give one that I don't think it's very known, there is this Hungarian guy called Béla Tarr. He makes beautiful movies. They're very contemplative, so you just look at stuff, but they're extremely beautiful. And then of course there is the Polish movie director called Krzysztof Kieslowski. Okay. And I think he's awesome as well. Okay, I'm sorry I'm talking too much, but this is a nice listening exercise, right? Next question. Pretend I am a tourist in Curitiba and you're a tour guide. Tell me what you would show me on a guided tour of the city. Answer? Well, I would show you Niemeyer Museum, the parks, etc. Question number 8. Do you think that all fast food restaurants are pretty much the same, or do you have a favorite one? Answer. Of course, I don't think they are pretty much the same. For example, I think Burger King is way, 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 way better than McDonald's, Not only the size of the things, but also, the taste, right? But of course we can go even further. If fast food is just food that you can go there and you can pick up fast, then you have, for example, Spidini. I think it's a very nice fast food restaurant. But then we have Madeiro, for example, that is incredible out as well, and Outback, that is nice. I'm not even mentioning the Japanese fast food restaurants that are pretty good. Okay, question number 9. Yes, 9. What time does the sun rise in the summer? Do you usually wake up before it rises? Answer. Well, I'm pretty sure I don't wake up before it rises in the summer. During the winter, I do wake up before it rises. What time it rises? No idea. I never know those things. Question number 10. Tell me some of the interesting things that are to see in Nevada. Nevada, the state in the US. Well, mainly the deserts, right? People talk about the deserts there. They're very beautiful, and because the deserts, not because, but with the desert you have some mountains, and the mountains are interesting as well, and with the mountains you have many caves, and apparently the caves are very interesting as well. So it should be very fun going there for a visit.